سناتور رابرت توریسلی خیر مقدم میگم خدمت شما و خیلی خوشحالم که با شما گفتگو میکنم.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored.
Senator, if you allow me, let me start with the conference, the Warsaw Summit that was all over the news, and you were there. First, about the conference itself. The conference was talking about the Middle East, peace and stability and freedom in that region. Why then not in a Middle Eastern country? Why in Europe and why in Warsaw?
Well, the dictatorship in Iran is not simply a regional problem. Not only the quest for nuclear weapons, but the terrorist activities of the regime in Tehran is a global concern, witnessed by the bomb conspiracy, the arrest of Iranian diplomats in Germany, the attempted attack in Paris, the terrorist attack that was planned in Albania. Iran is a global problem. And I think it would have been a mistake just to bring together regional nations. It was important to have a global look at what it is the international community does about first containing and eventually eliminating this regime.
Yes. When the conference was going on in the 2 days of the conference, there were actually two voices, not necessarily very different, but two voices, one inside and one outside the conference room. Some people even suggested in the media that the voice outside was even louder and heard more by more people around the world on Iran. What was
well, when you're
what was that?
When you're not a diplomat and you don't have to be careful with your words around a table, you can be a lot more frank.
Yes.
And I don't have any doubt that the United States was talking about regime change. My guess is a lot of other nations that may have ambassadors in Tehran also support regime change, but they're more careful with their words. Outside, the international media, the international community, the fighters for human rights, believers in democracy, we didn't have to be careful at all. We just said what we believed, yes. And that is that time's up. We've lost a generation of Iranian people. Generations have been born who've never had a free government. Kids going to school and having no jobs, children without enough food, people who can't speak their minds, really choose their leaders in the 21st century. So for us, it was easy. We just said what we believed.
Yes.
And the case we were making is, yes, there's a choice. Look at the streets of the cities and towns of Iran. Look at the young people. Look at the universities. Look at those who are standing up. Look at the NCRI, the diaspora around the world. The NCRI, Mrs. Rajavi. Look at the people who put their lives on the line. There are not thousands, there are hundreds of thousands of Iranians around the world who, with the right government, would come back and help rebuild Iran, bring capital to create jobs. When you watch the demonstrations in Tehran, you look at those young people. There's your leaders. You see the conference we do in Paris every year. Mrs. Rajavi speaks. Look at her and the people around her. There's your leaders.
Thank you very much, Senator. It has been an honor to speak to you, and I wish you all the success. I know that.
Thank you very much.